It's Friday, March 18th, 2022. Welcome to a new Backcountry Snowpack Summary brought to you by North Shore Rescue. We're out skiing this morning and it's a little bit soggy. We're up at 1,300 meters and right on the cusp of freezing level. Despite that, the skiing is still very good in a coastal kind of way. Over this week, we received almost a meter of new snow in a succession of storm that went through. Despite that, the avalanche activity actually remained fairly minimal, mainly being contained to wet, loose, and wet, dry avalanches, depending where you were in the storm or in elevation. So this was by far the best skiing we've had since probably early January, and it's not over. There's two more storms coming. So if you want to know what happens when you mix oatmeal and carpenter's glue and pile it up a meter thick, then stick around for the snowpack discussion. We picked a location at 1,300 meters on the west aspect, and the crust that was on the surface last week is all the way down here. So up here in this location, we have 117 centimeters that fell this week. Now throughout the week, as the snow fell, the freezing level was fluctuating. So you'll have areas that are a little bit wetter, that are kind of refrozen. There's a few crusts in there. There's quite a number of interface, but it did its typical sort of North Shore coastal thing where the layers are fairly well bonded together. So while they are visible in the profile, when we test them with various compression tests and so on, we really get very little result. And this is also paired up with the avalanche activity that we had throughout the week. Even though it snowed tons this week, the avalanche hazard or the avalanche activity actually remained fairly minimal, primarily with dry loose or wet loose, depending on where you were in the storm or in elevation, but very little slab activity. So this is essentially just going to continue to settle. However, we have two more storms coming, one tonight and the next one Saturday night. Each of them right now look like they're promising, between 20 to 30 centimeters of new snow. So that's going to be the big question, what that new snow is doing, if it's going to bond well to the surface and do essentially what it has been doing this week. As far as the weight of this new snow coming, affecting any deeper layers, that I think is fairly unlikely. So that's all I got for this week. Stay safe this weekend and we'll see you next week.